Meeting of the Board of School Directors will be held at a previously announced time of 7:30 p.m. on December 6, 1999 in the Educational Services Center, Church Road at Hancock Street in Lansdale, PA. Tonight is the agenda for this 34th Annual Reorganization Meeting. And at this time, I would ask that Ms. Liberowski do a roll call.
Donna Mengel.
Here.
Donald Hill.
Here.
William Allen.
Here.
H. Bruce Gordon.
Here.
Frank O'Donnell.
Here.
Teresa Prykowski.
Here.
Vicky Scher.
Here.
John Schilling.
Here.
Vincent Sierpinski.
Here.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Liberowski. Before I entertain nominations for a temporary president pro temp for purposes of this evening's meeting, I would like to have a Pledge of Allegiance led by our Solicitor, Frank Bortle.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, for purposes of the swearing in of tonight's meeting and newly elected officers to the North Penn School Board, we have with us District Justice David Keatley from Lansdale. Your Honor, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for being with us tonight. Entertain nominations of a temporary president. Are there any nominations?
Madam President, I'd like to nominate Frank O'Donnell.
I second that nomination.
We have a motion and a second for Frank O'Donnell. Are there any other nominations? All in favor to say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you. Frank, Mr. Seat. Make sure you hold that so he doesn't hurt himself.
3 minutes. Hope I see this again.
Put the hands with time.
Yeah, we could. All right. Item number 3 on the agenda is to administer the oath of office to the new board members. Judge Keatley.
I'd like to call the most senior member of the board, Mrs. Mengel. Are you prepared to take the oath of office?
Yes, sir, I am. And I would like to use my own personal Bible, and that it be held by my husband, Daniel H. O'Connell, Senior Esquire.
Mrs. Mengel, would you repeat after me? I, Donna Mengel, do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. Congratulations. The next most senior member is Mr. Hill. Are you prepared to take the oath?
Yes.
Please come forward.
I'd like to call on my oldest grandson. Come forward.
Does that mean
Johnny,
Don's older
give him
than
the
Don?
Oh, senior? I know. It didn't miss me.
Put your hand on the Bible and repeat after me. I, Donald Hill,
I, Donald Hill,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and I will discharge the duties of my office.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Prykowski, are you prepared to take the oath?
Yes.
Please come forward. Please place your hand on the Bible. Repeat after me. I, Teresa Prykowski,
I, Teresa Prykowski,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of my office.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Please come forward.
Like my family out, my wife all
That was a compromise.
I don't think he asked her first, do you?
Yeah, the kids weren't going to do
Place your hand on the Bible and repeat after me, please. I, John Schilling,
I, John Schilling,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge.
Are you prepared to take the oath?
Yes.
Please come forward.
My son Zachary.
Zachary. Place your hand on the Bible and repeat after me. I, H. Bruce Gordon,
I, H. Bruce Gordon,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Judge Gately. All right, we will now, item number 4, we'll have an election of the president for a 1-year term. I now open up the nomination for the president for next year.
Yes, sir, I would nominate Donald Hill.
Second.
2 seconds.
Need seconds,
Are there any more nominations? Not hearing any.
Motion to close the nominations.
I'd like to make Anxious. Ms. Lebrowski, if we could have a roll call, please?
Allen.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Mengel.
Yes.
O'Donnell.
Yes.
Perkowski.
Yes.
Scher.
Yes.
Schilling.
You owe her.
Yes.
Sierpinski.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thanks, Jerry.
All right. I now turn this over to you. I'm going.
Nice working with you.
I have to learn how to doodle real fast.
I'd like to proceed with the election of the vice president for a 1-year term. Do we have any nominations?
I nominate Donna Mengel for vice president.
I second.
We have a nomination and a second. Are there any other nominations?
I'd
Hearing
like to-
none, do we have a motion to have
Excuse me.
excuse me.
I'd like to nominate Bill Allen.
I hear a nomination for Bill Allen. Do I have a second?
Don't need a second.
Huh? Don't need a second?
You're making the motion as a board member.
Oh, you don't need a second for a nomination.
Don't need a second for nomination?
That's correct.
Okay, we have 2. Are there any other nominations? Motion nominations be closed?
Yes.
Nominations are closed. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Allen.
Allen.
I'm sorry.
Allen.
He says his name.
Yes.
She's confused.
Don't confuse me. Gordon.
Allen.
Hill.
Mengel.
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 O'Donnell.
Mangle.
Perkowski.
Mango.
Scher.
Mango.
Schilling.
Mengel.
Sierpinski.
Donna Mengel.
Mengel. 7-2.
Thank you. There are all those changes with it. I would just like to say a few words. I want to thank the board for the support this evening. And the last 3 years that Donna Mengel has been president of the board has led us in the right direction. The board has accomplished a lot. And this next year should be easy for me because we have the core of the board members, 8 other board members with me. Have Bruce is new, but I know Bruce from attending all the meetings, and I know we're going to have a great year, and with your support, and I know that I'll get that. Thank you very much. I'd like to proceed with we have a few other items to, as a business meeting tonight to close out. But as rule, I should ask if there is any audience of citizens, anybody wants to address the board on any matter before I proceed with the last few items. Seeing no hands, let's proceed with the next item, which is I'll ask the superintendent to report.
Okay. Recommend approval of the schedule of meetings for the calendar year 2000.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Mangle, second by Terry Pukowski. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved.
Recommend approval of North Penn High School Academy Program effective 2000-2001 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Schilling and Mr. O'Donnell. Were there any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Number 8, recommend approval of changes to the North Penn High School Program of Studies as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Mangle, Mrs. Borowski, Terry. That's getting even. Terry. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
And before I read the last one, because I know once we're finished with this, we'll have adjournment, I'd like to thank Mrs. Mangle, too, for the help she provided me as a new superintendent. She was always there to call with not only school matters, but just about anything. So I appreciate helping me get off on the right foot.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks. Recommend approval of the revised 1999-2000 school calendar.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Shapinsky and Mr. Schilling, were there any questions?
Comment for the
Yes.
viewing audience, if they're hearing this
Say that again?
change in the 99-2000, let's just note that it's being changed for the purposes of adjusting to the new primary election date and moving it from April 25th for an in-service date to April 4th. That might
Correct.
help avoid some unnecessary calls to the administration with clarity.
Mr. Gordon.
Mr. President, I'd like to recommend that we table this at this time so that we give the public a chance to check their vacation schedules as well as our staff members and bring this back at the action meeting. The public, this is the first time the public is hearing about this date change due to the governor's change in the primary date. Another week or two wouldn't hurt us.
This is just the calendar
No,
of our
no.
meetings?
So he means
No.
if someone
Number
planned to
9.
go away that date,
Number
Yeah.
9, we're taking away one of the contiguous vacation days of the year, Tuesday, April 25th, and we're moving it to Tuesday, April 4th. I understand that certainly there's conditions that make running an election and using our public schools as voting places would be easier if the students weren't there, but I think we also need to hear from the public as to what effect this might have on previously planned vacations. Our calendar has been printed and out in the family since late August, and people have made plans. This is the only vacation period where there is a significant amount of days together other than the Christmas holidays.
so April 25th is connected with our spring vacation.
Right.
I hadn't noted that either. That is a proper vacation time. So it isn't so much calling an in-service for April 4th. It's a matter of eliminating an in-service and creating sort of a choice between having a student absent or maintaining your vacation plans, because it was, April 25th, we had gone from a week's vacation for spring break, Easter vacation, whichever fits your religious views, down to 3 at the minimum, and now we will be down to 2.
Yes. May I speak to that point?
Wait a minute, before we proceed, Bruce, are you making that in form of a motion to table this?
Yes, I will.
Do I have a second? Does anyone want to second that motion?
I'll second, greater thought on what the
All right,
ramifications.
now we're in the question and answer
We
period.
may have
Yes.
an ineffective day.
I would like to proceed with making this change because as someone who's experienced holding school on election day, I think it's a major mistake and a safety hazard for our children. The idea of moving it back to the election day is usually what we've done in the past so that the schools are empty or having in service specifically for safety reasons, logistics, and a few other things. And I think it's a proper move. I do understand the considerations for vacation, but this is somewhat different than that, and it is a safety issue for us, and we've had lots of complaints from the public about holding school on Election Day.
Any other comments?
Yeah, I would like to agree with Vince that we do have to close the school on Election Day for the sake of safety. I agree with that. However, I don't know what effect opening up on the day that was previously scheduled to be closed would have on people. And I don't know if there's any way of keeping that day and taking a day away from somewhere else, if that makes any sense or not, I don't know. But
If we had a week to think about this a little bit further possibly and look at some of the options, I don't think waiting until the next action meeting on Thursday the 16th would hurt us at all.
Any other comments?
Well, just to point out that we've seen when we've lost scheduled vacation days, not individual days like President's Day or Martin Luther King days that are turned from from off days to school days, but when we've seen these blocks of time where we've got a specific holidays and traditions that are being honored, we've basically had an ineffective school day. And I think it's worth considering, not to open on Election Day. I certainly see how that handicaps both the voting process as well as the educational process because of the parts of the buildings that are being used. And that will be a major election with the president's election. But however, considering taking one of those critical days that have now been allocated for
All right, I'd like to
that
come.
spring break, if there are other options, if we're required in order to meet the state mandated amount of time.
I'd like to take,
we'll for another
thank you,
day.
Vicki. I'd like to take a vote now on the motion. The vote will be on the motion to table. Yes, it is the table. No, it's not the table. Roll call, please.
Allen.
yes,
Gordon.
Yes?
Mengel.
Yes.
O'Donnell.
No.
Perkowski.
Yes to table.
Scher.
Yes.
Schilling.
Yes.
Sierpinski.
No.
Hill.
No.
Motion carries.
So the motion is tabled, so the other motion is not relevant.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn.
Wow, she got it ahead of time.